A moth will crash into a glowing bulb 1,000 times, believing it has found the sun, only to die of exhaustion in the dark. Stop for a moment and listen to the silence around you. Look at the light reflecting off your face right now. You came here searching for something. You've been wandering through a desert of short clips, 15 seconds distractions, and endless feeds, chasing the warmth of inspiration. You swipe, you scroll, and for a fleeting moment, you feel it a spark, a hit of dopamine. You feel like you are making progress just by consuming the idea of progress. But when the battery dies, when the screen goes black, and you are left staring at your own reflection in the cold glass, what have you actually built? We are living through an epidemic of escapism, an era where the most dangerous trap isn't failure, it is comfort. It is the glowing bulb that tricks you into thinking you are standing in the daylight. You are used to the quick dopamine, the fast, easily digestible wisdom, the short bursts of artificial light. But if you want to actually change your life, if you want to construct something that lasts, you have to be willing to step away from the bulb and walk out into the dark. You have to trade the 60 seconds distraction for the slow, quiet, and sometimes lonely process of creating your own reality. That is why you are here, listening to this now. This isn't a quick fix. This isn't a mindless scroll. This is the beginning of the real work. To become successful, to truly chase the dreams you keep buried in the back of your mind, you first have to understand the nature of the world you are trying to build. Think about an empty landscape. An infinite, untouched world. When you first spawn into it, you have nothing. No resources, no shelter, no legacy. The sheer scale of the emptiness is terrifying. Most people look at that empty world and they immediately try to escape it. They plug back into the feed. They watch someone else's highlight reel because the burden of an empty canvas is too heavy to bear. But the visionary, the one who actually succeeds, looks at that infinite emptiness and sees a foundation. They know that every massive structure, every towering achievement begins with a single, deliberate action, striking the ground, gathering the first resource, placing the very first block. Success is not a sudden lightning strike. It is not an overnight phenomenon, no matter what the glowing screens try to sell you. It is the unglamorous, repetitive, and completely unyielding dedication to laying one block on top of another, day after day, in the complete absence of applause. When you are building your empire, there will be no background music. There will be no thousands of eyes watching you work. There will only be you, the silence, and the vision only you can see. You have to fall in love with the isolation of the climb. Right now, you might feel like you are walking through the dark. You might feel like you are putting in the hours, grinding away at your craft, trying to shape your future, and nothing is happening. The progress is too slow. The horizon isn't getting any closer. That is the exact moment the glowing bulb calls to you the loudest. It whispers to you to give up, to come back to the warmth of the endless scroll, to settle for watching other people live their dreams instead of fighting for your own. But you have to remember the moth. If you turn back to the artificial light, you will exhaust your potential entirely. You will burn away the best years of your life staring at a screen, waiting for a sunrise that is never going to come. The only way to find the real sun is to survive the night. How do you do that? How do you actually bridge the gap between where you are standing right now and the life you know you are meant to live? First, you have to master your attention. Attention is the most valuable currency in the modern world. Every single app, every feed, every notification is designed to mine your attention like a precious resource. When you give your attention to the endless scroll, you are giving away the very energy you need to build your own life. You are letting someone else mine your time. Take it back. Reclaim your focus. Decide right now that your attention belongs to your vision, not to a timeline of distractions. When you sit down to work, eliminate the noise. Make your environment an impenetrable fortress of focus. Second, you must embrace the law of compounding effort. In a world obsessed with instant gratification, patience is a superpower. You have to understand that the first 100 blocks you place might look like nothing. The first 1,000 might just look like a messy foundation. But if you keep placing them, if you stay consistent when the motivation fades, That foundation eventually rises into a fortress. You don't need to be perfect today. You don't need to have the entire blueprint figured out. You just need to place today's block perfectly. Then you wake up tomorrow and do it again. People fail because they want the finished castle without having to dig in the dirt. They want the warmth of the sun without having to brave the cold of the morning. You have to be different. You have to find a sick sort of joy in the grind. When it hurts, when it's boring, when it feels like no one is paying attention, that is when the actual growth happens. That is when you are filtering out the weak. Every time you choose to work on your dream instead of escaping into the digital void, you are leveling up. You are forging a version of yourself that cannot be broken by adversity. Let me tell you the hardest truth about chasing your dreams. The path is deeply, profoundly solitary. Your friends might not understand it. Your family might tell you to play it safe. You will have moments of crushing self-doubt where you question if you are just crazy, swinging your pickaxe into solid stone for no reason. In those moments, you have to anchor yourself to your why. Why did you start? Why does this matter? You aren't just trying to acquire wealth or status, you are trying to acquire freedom. The freedom to exist on your own terms. The freedom to wake up every day and build a world of your own design rather than being an NPC in someone else's. You have outgrown the shallow waters. The fact that you are still listening to this, the fact that you have transitioned from the fast-paced, mind-numbing clips to sit here and absorb something deeper means you are waking up. You are realizing that your potential is vast and untapped. You have a vision. You have a deep, unspoken knowing that you are meant for more than just consuming. You are a creator. You are an architect. But an architect without action is just a dreamer. It is time to cross the threshold. You must be willing to fail in reality rather than succeed in an illusion. If you build something and it falls apart, you learn, you rebuild, you reinforce the structure. You gather better materials, but if you sit in the glow of the screen and never build anything at all, you are just waiting for the end. Do not let the screen be your sun. Do not be the moth. The real sun is out there, waiting for you to walk out into the dawn. It requires effort. It requires walking through the dark, trusting that the light is coming. It requires turning off the noise, putting your head down, and doing the agonizing, beautiful work of bringing your imagination into reality. So, when this video ends, I don't want you to scroll to the next one. I don't want you to look for another hit of motivation. Motivation is cheap. Discipline is what you need now. When the screen goes black this time, don't look at your reflection with regret. Look at it as a promise. You have a world to build, block by block, day by day, failure by failure, until the reality you have created is brighter than any artificial light you could ever stare into. The dawn is yours to create. The emptiness is yours to fill. If you are ready to stop wandering and start building, if you are ready to survive the night and chase the real sun, then you know exactly where you belong. Keep walking forward. The real journey starts the second you decide the artificial light is no longer enough.